You heard something I don't know, my boy.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Athlete Show. Cam and DaVaris, how you guys doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. It's Easter. I didn't really do anything. Went for a nice long walk, had some dinner, watched some TV. I actually tuned into a bit of the XFL game. It was pretty decent. What'd you guys do?
I took my son out. We had a good time, good Easter, had some good food. Got in touch with the family, made sure they was good back home. They had some nice meals. Low-key wish I was at the crib with my mom. That fried chicken, that macaroni and cheese, and
Different.
boy,
What?
I miss it, boy.
Man, me too. Amazing.
Facts.
Bro, that was the first time I ever seen somebody fry chicken in a aluminum pan, bro. And that's crazy.
She had just started doing that, but then she started, cooking for the professional teams, the Eagles, and all that stuff. It started to get some traction. I'm gonna buy her a little. I'm gonna buy her one of them little food trucks, and we're gonna start. We're gonna get
that'll be nice.
Shout out Mama Daniels.
It's actually relevant because, like Didi, we're training for our for the season. We're in off-season training. Camp's like a month out. Cam's retired, but he talks about being like a plus size model. So Cam, like I'm wondering, like what's the diet of a plus size model? Like what does that look like?
Honestly, you don't want to be flabby. So that's the biggest thing. You want to have some tightness to you, and so I still get my carbs in, but I'll take the gym just like I'm playing ball. You know what I'm saying? I do more cardio now, more stationary cardio. But as far as my diet, man, it's kind of one of those things with if you see it, you can have it. So you attack the workout, you attack the food you see, and so you just go after it, man. But you just want to keep that tightness and dad bod going.
Okay, so there's nothing that you haven't had in a while, like you haven't restricted yourself to anything.
No, I'm open. Open doors over here, buddy. You can bring me whatever.
What's your favorite meal though?
Oh, fave go to. I would say just because it's on my heart. I had it earlier today, dude. This place back in the South got a best steaks, and so I say a ribeye steak with a sweet potato and some of those Brussels sprouts. That's my go-to meal.
But that's not unhealthy. I mean, I'm not a nutritionist, but that seems kind of healthy to me.
I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, if you count like 25 ounces of just pure beef, some people may say that's too much. But
that's fact.
25 is too much, bro. How you get your steak done though?
Medium.
Ooh, okay, I can live with that.
You always been a medium guy?
Never, not always, but I became an alpha male. And that's when I became medium.
Got you. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that's funny. You were talking before we started recording. You were talking about something happened to you today. Are you sharing that with the audience?
Man, yeah. I got attacked by a bird, bro. Man, I'm taking the trash out, man. I guess I messed with the home or the nest, whatever they call it, man. This dude, and it's dark, you feel me? Because the trash man run in the morning. So I'm like, all you hear is wind. Whoo, whoo. I'm like, dodge it. I'm like, bro, what is going on? So yeah, man, the trash is in the middle of the yard right now. We'll get to it in the morning. But yeah, man, attacked by a bird.
Was it like pecking you?
No, it didn't never touch me, but I know it was attacking. I heard the wind. You know when an animal aggressive, you can tell.
You're right.
Yeah.
See, I haven't dealt with any birds out here, but I did come across a few fat, big old rats in Chicago in the alleyway. Because I'm in the city.
Bro, one thing about Chicago is second to New York for rat size, bro. Them rats in New York, bro, them things about the size of fire trucks, bro.
These things were jumping. I seen it jump.
They fast too, bro.
You seen a rat jump? That was a dog. What do you mean?
No, bro. It looked like a dog, though.
They fast as hell, bro.
Yeah. No, but that was funny. Moving on to our first segment. What do you know? It's our version of trivia for those of you who have not tuned in. And if you haven't, go back and watch episode 1. We've got some pretty good reviews on it. So you might want to stay caught up. But Didi, you lost last week. I actually watched last week's episode and I kind of cheated for you. I messed up the format and Cam still won. So my apologies, Cam. I own up to my mistakes. But Didi, you got us as the host this week.
Yeah, man. So coming off of a cheated victory last week, Cam, I'm going to start with you. This is the way that this is going to work, all right? So what's going to happen here is I'm going to ask a series of questions to each of you, okay, one at a time. And you have to answer with whatever you think the other person answered with. So we're going to see how well you know your friends. So we might, we're going to see how this relationship works.
Okay.
All right. And yeah, Cam, since you the winner, we're gonna go with you first.
So I'm guessing JB's or
so you're gonna guess JB's answer to these questions.
All right,
and vice versa. Okay?
Bet.
All right, here we go. You ready? You sure you know him?
Positive.
All right, bet. Here we go. First question. Who is Juwan's favorite athlete of all time? Is it A, Larry Fitzgerald, or is it B, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
Favorite athlete? I mean, I guess Larry Fitzgerald.
That's wrong as hell.
Bruh.
You get three. Don't relax. We got time.
Okay? He's not an athlete. He's an athlete.
No, he's
the most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
Whatever. Go ahead, Didi.
You know what I mean? You got to know your friends.
You don't know.
Here we go. So second question. Time to redeem yourself. If Juwan had the power over the world for one day, would he A, make every state tax-free, or B, put a Waffle House in every major city?
Man, JB will do the tax, even though he's from Canada.
What does that mean? We get hit over the head with taxes.
Well, he said states. Y'all have provinces. So shout out to Canada, man, my second home. But no, the taxes definitely. He don't
that
eat
is
Waffle
correct.
House. Yeah,
I do when there is a Waffle House.
You're
I'm
healthy.
In Chicago, there's no Waffle House.
So you 1 for 2 right now. Okay, last question for Cam. If Juwan could start over, he could start everything over. All right, what career besides football would he choose? Is it A, baseball, or B, basketball?
Basketball.
There you go. Okay, 2 out of 3. That ain't bad, bro. That ain't bad.
You know me. You know, we're only roommates for 4 years.
That Rock was crazy though. He's not an athlete.
I threw Larry Fitzgerald in there because I knew
that was a good one.
I know Larry. Yeah, he liked Larry.
All right, JB, your turn. All right. Cam went 2 out of 3. Let's see if you can go perfect. First question. What sports other than football would Cam consider playing professionally? Is it A, golf and tennis, or B, basketball and baseball?
Basketball and baseball.
Yeah, all right. Hot start. Let's do it. Number 2, who is Cam's favorite soccer team? Is it A, Liverpool, or B, Manchester United?
See, Cam is a bandwagon fan.
Facts.
Liverpool.
Hey, all right. 2 for 2. All right, bet. Here go the win for the win, JB. To consider yourself, a better, I don't want to say a better friend than Cam, but you know him better than he knows you. Number 3, Cam's best comedian of all time. Is it A, Bernie Mac, or B, Mike Epps? Tough. I did this on purpose now.
This is tough.
This is a good one. Just look at Cam. Like, you got to think about it.
I feel like Cam is a Mike Epps guy.
3 for 3. He 3 for 3. He's the greatest of all time.
I got ice in my veins. Mamba mentality, baby.
I ain't got to cheat for nobody.
Yeah, that was straight crazy.
Up.
Crazy.
That was straight up.
Yeah. Cam's hosting next week. Hosting next week. I got the crown right now.
I got to get redemption.
Yeah. Cam has 1 win under his belt. I have a win under my belt. You have a big old goose egg. But it's all good.
Cam,
we're going to be doing this for a while.
Let me ask, why Mike Epps, though?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not really a big stand-up guy. So Mike Epps, the movies for me, he did it in the movies.
In the
So
movies?
yeah,
Okay.
Fridays and All About the Benjamins, like some of my favorite. Yeah.
Hey, Bernie Mac was funny though. The
Yeah.
Bernie Mac
Chicago.
show, that was a classic.
Nah, Bernie up there too. Bernie might be 2 for me, but I'm gonna go Mike Epps.
No,
me.
Dave Chappelle.
Nah, not. I mean, he up there, but he ain't for me though. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
that's fair. But moving on to segment 2. This is all about you, Cam. Cam's rants. What's on your mind today, big dog?
Man, what's been on my mind? So I'm a big music guy. You know what I mean? Y'all know this. I pride myself on being the best DJ that come out of Alabama. So not known yet, but on the cusp of that. But
DJ Highcam?
DJ Highcam is coming soon. But yeah, so I was thinking, man, I was listening to Ray Shrimmer, new album. And I was like, man, why rappers feel like it's best to like go separate ways from the group? You know what I'm saying? Like they make some of the best stuff together. But when you had, they were doing their own, Slim Jimmy was doing his own thing. They had some hits, but it's just when that sound, you know what I'm saying? Migos, when they were together, they made some great hits, and then they tried to do their own thing. It was okay. They'll have a hit here or there, but together they was on some GOAT stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So I just feel like rappers need to realize, man, we better together. Especially if we make some hits together, bro. Stay together, keep the thing going. Ain't no way we should be on Culture 5. You feel what I'm saying? From the Migos, but everything happens for a reason. RIP, take off. But yeah, man, that's why I feel like just stay together, make these hits, man. I feel like Jack. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like that that ties into sports as well. Like, if somebody feels like, say, like 2 players are productive, 3 players are productive, and one person is getting all the glory. Say Steph and Clay, or even when the Big 3 was a thing with Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett. I feel like there's always one person that feels slighted, and for me personally, I feel like it comes down to ego. Like if somebody say, people tune in and they hear you, Cam, they're like, oh, Cam's funny, he's the star of the show, whatever. And then me and Dieter are like, wait, this is our show too. You know what I mean? And then we let that get to us, and then the show's done. Cam goes, does his own podcast. DaVaris goes, does his own podcast. I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like it comes down to ego for men and women. Because I mean, Destiny's Child, they split up. Beyonce, obviously, she's one of the best performers of all time. But it happens on both sides too.
Exactly. Yeah. You're right.
And if they offering you more money, like, hey man, we're gonna give you a bag if you just come over here. We want you. We don't want nobody else. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of hard. That's when like the free agency stuff starts to get into the music industry. But
like, would you be okay with being the backup singer forever?
Yes. Me personally, I have no ego when it comes to this stuff. Like I'm team first. Like if we having success, we just having success and we just gonna keep winning. I pride myself on winning more than being, the guy.
No, I definitely would be a backup AJ McCarron type for like 7 years. What's the other guy from
Chase Daniel?
Colt McCoy. Oh, listen,
Brian
man.
Hoyer.
Come on, man. Come into practice and run a little scout team, and you dress out on game days, but you ain't expected to play. And then if you do play, ain't nobody expecting you to do good. So why not? But I feel like that's my mindset over the years from injuries and seeing how the business work. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm fresh out of college, I'm probably one to start,
Backup quarterback has to be probably one of the best jobs in professional sports. There's guys hanging around for like 14 years.
Yeah.
That were first round draft picks.
Facts. No, backup quarterback, the best position. Go ahead.
Chase Daniel got a bag.
A couple times,
bags,
I think.
A couple bags.
A couple bags. No
Sitting
cap.
there, chilling.
No cap. Come on, man.
Nick Foles came in and won the Super Bowl, and then people keep paying him like a starting quarterback now.
I think he's still getting paid, bro. Nick, did he play last year? Cole was terrible. He was
I think he got hurt for Indy, right? He was in Indy?
I think so,
yeah. We all had some teammates that, especially in the CFL, that I'm just not that week. I'll definitely get hurt. Get on this sick game. I'm gonna get on this sick game. I'm about to get this check.
I'm about
That's
to
funny.
chill. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the sixth game is like injured reserve, where you still get paid your active contract. There's your active contract, and then there's your PR contract, which is less money. So obviously, if you're an athlete, you want to get your active contract because you're getting more money. Which takes us into segment 3, Chalk Talk. On the heels of the NCAA championships, we've been seeing more athletes NIL deals being talked about. Do you guys feel like this NIL concept is good for college sports?
Nah, in some ways, yeah, some ways not. Like I feel like at this point, like yeah, we do make or athletes do make a lot of money for that university, so they should see some of that coming back to them. But at the same time, like when you pair that with the transfer portal, it's like now as an athlete, I'm more inclined to just chase the money, like wherever the money. Who gonna offer me the most money? I don't care about the grind. I don't care about the school. I don't care about you know getting to that next level. I don't care about all that as much. You feel me? Like I just want to get this money. Coming straight out of high school, I ain't got nothing. I want to get to this money. And that's where I think like, in the next few years, just like we saw this year in the men's tournament, we're gonna see more teams that we don't know about, starting to, form some good powerhouses because those are people, are seniors, older guys that, got overlooked and now we really here to play basketball. We're really here to play football, whatever. And yeah, no, I think it has its pros and cons, but I think it has more cons than pros.
NIL, like you said, pros and cons. Is the cons, I think, is teaching kids not to work for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not to see things through. Sometimes you got to go through something in life. And, I went through something in college. We probably all did, but if we had the opportunity to go to another school, we probably would have pulled that trigger too. You know what I'm saying? So the NIL is in a bad way is doing that, but in a good way, man, it's changing people's lives. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how college is supposed to be. Honestly, you look at it like when you go to college. When somebody say, "Man, I'm the first out of my family to go to college," and then what? Okay, and you know what I'm saying. But now you can be like, "I'm the first person to be a millionaire in college." Like you know what I'm saying for my family. So I feel like the NIL is doing that. But Angel Reese, I don't know if you seen, man, she leading the men and the women in NIL deals. Like, and she said she did an interview and was like, I don't want to go to the league. Just like piggyback on what y'all said, she was like, I'm good. Like, cause the WNBA don't make no money for real, if we being honest. And so she was like, man, I'm chilling.
Which that's that. So I think she leads the men and women in the amount of deals that she has, but I don't know if she leads in the total amount of money.
No, probably not.
Yeah. So, and just for the people that may not know what NIL is, it allows for college athletes to profit from their name, image, and likeness, as opposed to before it was mainly the schools that could sell the jerseys and make money off that. Now athletes are able to get deals and sponsorships based off who they are. And I actually looked up like the top 5 athletes in college sports that have like these NIL valuations. Bronny's leading the way. He hasn't even committed to a school yet. Hasn't played one play of, hasn't stepped foot on a basketball court.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like that.
But hold on.
I don't like that.
Bronny's valuation is $7.2 million. Arch Manning, who's the nephew of Peyton and Eli Manning, he's a freshman quarterback at Texas, $3.8 million valuation. Livy Dunn, she's a gymnast at LSU, $3.5 million. Mikey Williams, who committed to Memphis, $3.3 million, and Caleb Williams, USC quarterback, $2.6 million. What are you going to tell me as a coach? Like, I'm making more than you.
You can't tell me nothing, bro. Like
go ahead.
The thing about it, like I can ride my high school stars. Like if I'm a 5-star or 4-star, I can ride that my whole college career and transfer from team to team and just collect the bag if I need to. Like that's that part of it for me is scary because I've seen, like, I'm sure we've all seen 4 and 5 stars come into college and they not all what they panned out to be or what they made out to be. So it's like, you know what I mean? You just getting more money than me, but you aren't touching the field. You not, on the court. You not on the, on the diamond, whatever sport it is. Like, you not, I'm better than you, but you making more money than me. Like, there's so much like dynamics to this that could really mess up a team, I feel like. But yeah, I don't like that at all, man.
We've also seen people get a bag like that, which is part of the recruiting process now. You basically are going to whichever school is going to pay you the most.
Mm-hmm.
One, and two, we've seen people go to the school that's going to pay them the most. They get locked in on those deals, and then they transfer, right? And they still have to get that money. And originally the NIL was introduced to allow for college athletes to profit. Obviously, like I said before, but does it actually solve the problem of athletes not being like paid or not getting the amount of money that we felt we deserved when we were in college? Because it's the same thing as every sports league. There's guys at the top that are making a certain amount, and then the people at the bottom are still struggling on a day-to-day. You get your check once a month, it covers your rent, it covers your groceries. Other than that, some people have kids, got to send money back home. A lot of guys, you really aren't making that much, but they tell us that we should be happy because we're getting school paid for. But if you see the amount of work we put in on a daily basis in college, like it's tough.
Yeah, I don't, man. I don't like that, man. About them names, man, because all them names came from something. You feel what I'm saying? Like they already got a foundation of wealth, and so I feel like that's the tricky part, bro. I feel like if your family or whatever comes from a certain tax bracket, I don't feel like you should be getting another meal. You know what I'm saying? On top of all of LeBron James millions and I don't know if he's a billionaire, but you know what I'm saying? So
He is, yeah.
I'm not being a hater. I'm just being a common folk. And common folk, we see that, we're like, what he really need all that for? Come
Right.
on, man. Get that to the old lineman, man. Just sell him.
But Mikey Williams he doesn't come from, that lineage of Manning and LeBron James.
That's why I say a certain tax.
Yeah.
Go. I got you.
But I mean, for me, if I'm a highly recruited player, I'm seeing this as potential motivation. Like, I can go and change my family's life just by committing to a school.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you were gonna say, DaVaris, but do you like? I feel like it personally can impact pro sports, because you don't necessarily. It might just change, like you guys said before. It might change athletes in college outlook on the game. They might not put as much into it as they did because they already had the opportunity to change their family's life, as opposed to us when we were in college. It was, I'm trying to get to the league so I can change my family's life. And you're seeing players like Scoot Henderson. He's a guard in the G League. I think he left high school when he was 17 years old because he got a G League contract for $1 million, so $500,000 a year. And now he's going to be a potential second round pick in the upcoming draft. So before we were seeing players like Brandon Jennings and LaMelo Ball skip college because they knew they were going to the league. But now we're seeing people go to the G League and go to Europe. But then we're also seeing athletes go to college and getting paid as well. So do you guys feel like that potentially impacts the next level of pro sports?
What's your thoughts, Cam?
I feel I don't think it impacts it much. You know what I mean? I don't think it impacts it much because it's still them businesses are a conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? They already some big businesses. Some I forgot what we call them in history. Big trust. We call them big trusts. So they already some big trusts. So I don't think they're really worried about that. But like I said, Scoot Henderson, I feel like he bet on himself, and a lot of kids, you know what I'm saying, that without the NIL or without him being able to go to the G League like it is set up now, you're not be able to bet on yourself. But you got to have a different type of mindset to mentality to bet on yourself at a young age like that. So I don't think it affects it much.
Honestly, I think that shout out to everybody that's getting major deals. Like,
for sure.
Get your money, do your thing. But the old way of doing things is, the boosters and the under the table. That's really where, I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but like I feel like that's the safest way to keep these kids like motivated, trying to get to the next level, seeing glimpses of money here and there, and whether all the perks that come with that, just going to a major university, and what I mean, everybody's story is different. So I think that as bad as that may have been, like that might have been like the best way to go about this.
Yeah. And I brought up the NBA for a reason, because there's players that are playing in the G League. Some have aspirations of, obviously, all of them have aspirations of going to the league. Some of them are going there for development to be draft picks, like Scoot. There's another player too. I forget his name, but he's even a top 5 draft pick as well. I think they're teammates on the Ignite. And I saw something on Twitter of people talking about, if you're the G League MVP, should you get a guaranteed 1-year contract in the NBA? I feel like that's a pretty good incentive for all the work that I put in, being the best in this developmental league that is supposed to be like a feeder system to the NBA. I personally kind of like that concept.
Nah,
Yeah,
I like
that
that
kind of
too.
incentive. Like, shout out to Clarique Jones. I think the Bulls. He on the Bulls. He was G League MVP this year, and like he should get on that roster, that playoff roster. If we so happen to beat the Raptors in the play-in and stuff and make it to the playoffs, like he should be on that roster at least. Like I feel like that's how it should go. Like, I feel like that's a perfect incentive for people going and joining the G League.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Turpin, he went crazy in the what is it, SFL, USFL, one of them, and he got pulled up from Dallas. So I feel like if you go crazy, you gonna get what I'm saying, your time or your opportunity to make a team. I feel like, well, I know football, I don't know too much basketball, is less spots. So, but yeah, football, you go crazy in this USFL, XFL stuff. You gonna get your shot for sure.
Yeah, the two-way contracts are a fairly new thing in the league. I forget when they were established, but basically, if you're on your it's similar to being on PR. If you're on your G League contract, you're making less money than if you get called up to the NBA just to even sit on the bench. Your pro NBA contract is activated. But like I said, if I'm balling in the G League and I'm the MVP, shoot, there should be a spot for me on somebody's team.
Facts.
And a lot of it comes down to politics. GMs draft guys, sign guys that they believe in that don't pan out, and they don't want to look dumb, so they don't want to call you up or play you. But that's kind of just how it goes. But a big thing going on in the NBA right now is players telling on fans.
Snitch.
Wanna.
I don't know how I feel about it. Like I know that fans, listen, we play in the CFL, fans say some reckless stuff.
What?
I love it.
Bro, Winnipeg, fan in Winnipeg told me my stomach was like a 10 cheeseburger. I was like, golly. And them white unis in Calgary, low key, if you got a gut, it's gonna show, cuz. I was like, oh my God, man. Thought I worked on that this offseason. But go ahead, bro.
Man, we were in Ottawa last year and I was dressed, but I wasn't playing as much, and this fan was yelling at me the whole game, like just trolling me. He's like, Brescison, remember when you were good? And I was like, yeah. Like
did you remember?
I was like, yeah, I do remember. But then we started winning, and then I was just talking back to him. But I feel like the only time I actually took it to heart was when we lost the Grey Cup in Toronto, and I was walking in the tunnel, and this fan was saying some reckless stuff about my family. But I was mad at the game, so I was paying more attention to what the fans were saying, and anybody could have said anything to me at that point, and I would have got mad. Yeah. But I feel like it's kind of it's part of being a pro athlete.
Hell yeah. I got a story when we were in Hamilton, I think it was 2 years ago. Fan out there screaming, DaVaris, you suck. got kicked out of Notre Dame. I see your Wikipedia. You couldn't even make it there. You can't make it here. Your time is up. All this stuff, man. I'm like, it's really getting to me for real. I drop a ball, like he's still going. He right behind us, and you know Hamilton and Toronto is like a big rivalry. So I'm letting them go. I'm hearing it though. I'm letting it go. We get down to the fourth quarter. It's make or break time. We need to play. I ended up catching a touchdown on the side, man. I remember just holding on to that ball so hard and walking it all the way back to the sideline and finding him and throwing the ball up there and telling him to kiss my man. I was.
Was that the spin catch for
that was
the game?
The spin catch for the game.
Hey, that was one of the coldest catches I've seen.
I needed it, bro. I was so hot. But yeah, fans got to. I don't know. Like when it comes to like the NBA situation where they, getting kicked out of the game and stuff, like I feel like in football there's like a wall. Like they're kind of far back. They're not like right next to you saying this stuff. Like, so it's a little different. But I don't know how or what they're saying, how disrespectful it is or what, but like I feel like I take like a Gilbert Arenas approach. Like I feel like fans are supposed to be there to make you uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like they're supposed to ride that line of like letting you know that you in our house and this is not the place you want to be. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I really don't know what side I'm on, but I feel like we got to allow the fans to do what their job entails, and that's to be fans for their team.
I feel like there is a line, but getting a fan kicked out, like stopping the game, getting a fan kicked out, I personally don't know if I would do it, but I would. Some of the stuff that you hear that fans have said to some of these players as far as like racism and throwing stuff at athletes, like we saw what happened with the Malice in the Palace.
Yeah.
They threw something at Ron Artest and he got up in the crowd and did some damage.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like there's a line, but at the same time, it's not going to end anytime soon. Fans are always going to talk. It's part of what it is being a fan. You're a fanatic of a team. So it's just kind of part of the game. You just have to deal with it as an athlete. But at the same time, we don't play on that NBA level. They get it 24/7. They get it at the game. They get on social media. Probably have weird people sliding in their DMs. You hear about athletes' kids hearing some of these things that people are saying about their dad or mom or whatever.
Right.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with that either.
Poor Russ.
Yeah,
they be going at my dog Westbrook, man.
Yeah,
especially in old Utah. Shout out Utah, bro. Wow.
Speaking of Utah, Lauri Markkanen.
Listen,
you want to talk about Lauri Markkanen?
Might as well.
I mean, we've seen it happen with Son on Tottenham. He went and he served he didn't serve, but he did basic training for his country. Mm-hmm. It was mandatory. You have to do it. And he came back and he was balling for Tottenham. Lauri Markkanen, one of the biggest mistakes the Bulls ever made was letting him go. I don't know what your organization was doing over there, but he went to Cleveland, balled, then he goes to Utah as an all-star. It's got to be something about Chicago.
No, we fired them people. We not.
Oh, okay. We're good. That makes sense.
Yeah,
probably better.
Yeah.
Still in the same places you were last year.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to him. He's handling his business. He said he was always going to do it. Last year, he was actually going to do it, but Cleveland made the play-in, so he couldn't. And now he's going and he's going to do his basic training for Finland.
Right. So it's mandatory that he serves his country, right? And that's, for me, like, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. That's your country's rules. That's, that's how it goes. Cam, if they
like, you heard something I don't know, my boy. I'm going over Ukraine. I'm going over Russia. Come on now, let me know.
Nah, bro. I just know how you would react to a situation like that, and it's funny to me. But shout out to Lauri for doing that, man. He a man of his word. I'm sure they'll have him like in a lower level. type thing over there to take care of him because I'm sure he means a lot to his country, being a player over here in the States and the NBA and making a name for himself. So shout out to Laurie Markkinen.
Man, who beefing with Finland for real though?
It's
So
just
he
to be
good.
prepared. I think
he good.
I think they actually do have like
JB
they do have
he froze.
Yeah.
Oh, they done hacked us. They done hacked us. Oh, you good? Oh, Bug, where you at?
Am I back?
You back, dog.
I was gonna say I think they have training for they have like a separate kind of training for athletes in Finland.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, I mean, good for him. But these playing games,
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
But JB, like, don't bring no bad energy to this talk right here, please.
I'm bringing facts. The Raptors are beating the Bulls. We got what we wanted.
Let's bet it right now.
We already did.
Y'all already did? My bad.
We did it like the first episode.
Okay, what's the 20, 100 stack 5? What we got?
I don't know.
All right, here we go, JB. How about if the Bulls win, I get to create your Chipotle burrito. You got to eat it on here and rate it 1 out of 10.
That sounds like a reward
for me. The world is gonna know how good a DaVaris Daniels Chipotle burrito is.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to think of something for you because that was out of.
Make them eat poutine.
Don't do that. Nah, hell no. Thank you.
No. Oh, you got to eat jerk chicken on here.
Oh yeah.
Like hold on, like the spicy one?
The spicy. Yeah, don't be scared. Do not be scared. Yeah, jerk chicken. Yeah. For sure.
We're gonna win, it don't matter.
DaVaris does not like spicy food. It's actually kind of sad.
Hell no, that shit is scary, bro.
And then
thinking about it.
If my pick win, y'all got like
who's your pick? What?
The Atlanta Hawks.
No, what you mean? Suns
aren't they playing Miami?
Suns in Milwaukee. I got Suns in Milwaukee.
Is it Atlanta versus Miami?
Yeah, I think so.
And then
in the play-in, I think.
Who's on the West? OKC and New Orleans?
Yeah. Oh, Minnesota, I think too. Minnesota's
playing the Lakers now.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know what's going on in the West, bro. Do you see that?
They're all over the place.
Yeah,
bro. Everybody is fighting, bro.
Oh yeah, that too. It's crazy, man. I don't know. And on Easter Sunday, like what they got going on,
bro? Buddy is punching a wall, breaking his hand. Like, come on, bro.
That's the last thing you want to do.
What the wall do to you, man?
Punching a wall. Oh.
We need you for the playoffs. What are you doing, bro? They got my dog Ant-Man out there going by itself, man.
Going crazy.
And they got to go against the Lakers on Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Come on, man.
Shout out McCollum.
Where at? In LA?
Yeah, I think so. Is this the play-in or
play-in? That's the play-in. But then you got the Clippers, bro. You see the Clippers, Mason Plumlee, or one of the Plumlee brothers and
Bones?
Yeah,
Bones Highland.
What are y'all doing, bro?
Yeah.
What are y'all doing, bro? Y'all supposed to be a team. This is prime team time. We supposed to be together. I already know who coming out the West.
Who coming out?
The Suns.
Suns. I like that pick. I'm going Suns rematch Milwaukee, and I got Suns winning in 6.
I got the Warriors.
Typical book. You're another splash brother.
I am.
Yeah, you think you are.
No, DaVaris does because he hit 3 half-court shots in a game.
3 of them.
He's more like... there, I'm not even going to say it.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Who you have the Suns coming out? DaVaris, who do you have?
I got the Suns and the Celtics in the final. I don't know who winning yet. I'll say it later.
Who you got finals?
I'm going Milwaukee.
Golden State, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
My boy Wiggins is back.
Shout out Wig, man. Wiggins. Toronto boy.
Hell yeah.
That situation will tell you what the media will do.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the rumors that they were spreading was ridiculous.
Facts.
And I hope everything's all right with his pops. But you had people with like platforms spreading that rumor.
Yes.
Nah, real talk,
bro.
like telling me sources close to me, blah blah blah. Like, who are your sources? If you have sources, name the sources. Don't just spread something for clicks.
Mind your business, first of all. Mind your business. Stop talking about people, man.
Just to speak on the media and people going against the media and that image. How about Sha'Carri Richardson with the comeback story? You feel me? I know she had the marijuana stuff, and everybody was trying to tarnish her name, especially the media. Those people up in higher places. But yeah, like fourth fastest ever. Is that? Come on, man. Like I feel like when she did lose, it was on some like she wasn't expecting the moment to be that big. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it was ability, if that makes sense. I feel like she kind of just dropped the ball on her preparation because she didn't take it as serious as, she should have. But no, the comeback story is crazy. Shout out her.
No, that was actually a great segue because once again with that, we didn't know what she was dealing with. We didn't know that she lost her biological mother, but at the end of the day, she knew the potential of what could happen if she smoked marijuana. She could get tested, and it's against their drug policy, point blank, period. But at the same time, like, we all made mistakes when we were young.
Facts.
And it just so happens that she's under a magnifying glass because the U.S., she was going to represent the U.S. and she had a lot of hype around her. But I'm happy to see her bounce back, and everybody deserves a second chance. And it looked like she was putting the work in to come back, and it looks like it's paying off.
Facts. Separating
sometimes when you at the top, you need something to knock you down a little bit. And I think she got that, and she really looked in the mirror, got back to work, did her thing, and now we talking about her in a good light again, man. So shout out to Sha'Carri for sure.
It's facts, and I can't wait to see those because there's a there's some sports coming out now that are very interesting. And DaVaris, you are the number one fan. I've seen you on your Instagram live, on your Instagram stories, watching these slap boxing fights. I don't know. I think I don't know if this is true or not. I think Dana White owns the league, the owner of the UFC.
Probably so.
So there's a slap boxing where they're just standing there taking shots to the face, and then there's another one where they're in a booth. They're in a booth, in a telephone booth, just fighting each other.
It was bare knuckles, right?
I
don't know.
It don't even matter. Why are we in a telephone booth? And there's people watching, bro. Like it's like an audience just watching us in this small little circle, just banging each other. Bro, come on.
He's bringing all of the sayings we used to say, like as an old lineman, you wanna meet somebody in a telephone booth, and then the slap boxing, like what I'm saying, like he's bringing all that stuff to life, and man, this new generation is going crazy on it, man. They love it.
You can't tell me. So it's a big thing in boxing. It's a big thing in football where they talk about CTE. You can't tell me a sport where I'm not defending myself. I'm talking about the slap boxing because they're not defending themselves. They're literally getting slapped in the head until one of them passes out, gets knocked out.
Hands behind.
You can't tell me that is good for your brain. Like, why is that on TV?
You see them like sometimes get smacked and just like fall
there's
out.
No way
man.
there's
like
money in that, Cam.
Oh, what you say? If Dana White owns it, like we think he does, the UFC have made him a bunch of money, and he just want to see some destruction. He paying them people some decent money, bro.
He's barely even paying his UFC fighters.
I mean, but to an average Joe, I can get slapped for like $10K. What? Where I signed up at? I can go down to this bar. I'm from Alabama, dude. They can do.
I forgot.
You feel me? They'll do a lot more for $100. So, like, give me $10K. Come on, man. Them folks get slapped anytime, bro.
That's facts.
Would you do it, Cam? How much would it take for you to do it?
No, but I can't take it. I can't take no violence towards me at all. I get mad.
He's a plus size model. This is money maker.
Yeah, we can't make that.
Have you seen some of their faces after the slap boxing competition?
Ain't no way.
They have like hematomas on the side of their face. It's blue and purple.
What?
I'm definitely not doing that.
No,
bleeding out the eyes.
Come on, bro. Come on, dog. For 10K.
Not doing it.
Not
But
doing that.
onto a more important sport, the CFL. CFL free agency. Cam, you're retired. Who do you feel like had the best free agency?
The best free agency.
Or who do
Let
you
me
who
see.
do who do you think made some great moves in free agency?
I think it's always good to return some veteran leadership. So Winnipeg, I like what Winnipeg did
Mhm.
with signing their OG guys. Also, man, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like what Hamilton did. I know, that's y'all. Well, I say y'all, but you with Sass now. But Didi, that's your rival. But I like what Hamilton did as well. With getting Bo Levi in there, man. Sometimes you need a new scenery, and I feel like he's motivated. Hey, Bo a dog, you know what I'm saying? Let's not get it too like he Hall of Famer. So like to get a guy like that, I know Hamilton's excited, and they put some pieces around him with over there. Thurm got Big Thurm on the defense, and Sopic. We play with those guys. So yeah, man, I like what they're doing, man, and it's the recipe, right? Toronto just won the chip with a bunch of old Calgary guys. Let's do it in Hamilton.
It's kind of
Facts.
facts. I think I do like some of the moves that Toronto did. You guys got some like low key moves. You got Pickett from Montreal. That was a good signing for you guys. And Costigan, he's a D lineman. He was he a DN, Cam, in Montreal?
Costigan? Oh yeah, yeah, I know Costigan Cole, bro.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
signing.
he got a nice package of moves, D line. I mean, pass rush moves.
Yeah,
but,
and then Flo.
Flo is in Toronto.
Flo
is in
they
Toronto.
picked up Flo. And I also think Calgary made some sneaky moves on their D line. They obviously signed Vaught back, James Vaughters.
Shout out James. Shout out Vaught. Big Vaught.
They signed Hauser from Hamilton.
I like that combo.
Yeah.
You got Vaught, and then you got Vaught with the power, and you got Hauser with the finesse,
but they
and also some
signed,
sneaky power. I'm sorry.
They also signed Mike Moore too.
Oh no, they got Mike Moore?
That's big.
Yeah.
No way. So hold on. They got Vaught, Hauser, Mike Moore, and Miguel. I call him Miguel Cotto, but Mike Rose.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And they got that young. I think they got two young D linemen on the interior.
What from last year?
I think there's a dude with two last names, Berglund something.
Berglund something. Oh, the young boy from Canada. No, he nice.
Yeah.
Motor guy for sure. And
another one too.
He getting better each year. Oh, I ain't even know that, bro.
Yeah,
I need to, man. No, I like that. I like what Del Monaco over there doing. My boy, shout out, Pat.
They made some good moves. Obviously, I'm a fan of what Sass did. They brought me in.
Yeah, I like Sass.
And then Darrell Walker, Jake Winicky, Trevor. So I think and they already got their guys. They got Lennius over there. They got Emilus. They got Picton. They got Schaefer Baker. They signed Bain from Calgary as well. We signed Bain. So
yeah,
I like that too. I'm trying to think if there's anybody. Oh, Ottawa can.
No, that's what I'm about to say, bro. Ottawa is my sleeper this year, bro. I like what they did. I played with Jeremiah. He a dog. I like what they did on the O-line. They added some great interior pieces. Shout out Ruby. Shout out Dino. They played last year with me. And so, man, Ottawa going to be nice. And they got Ante. He hit me up, man, before he signed with Ottawa and asked me how some stuff. He was like, how some stuff went. I was like, bro, go. Bro, like they gonna take care of you. Go do it, man. So Ottawa, my sleeper in the East for sure.
They got Shaq Evans too.
Yeah, I was about to say
if he stay healthy, bro, he talk for real. He at least talk 2 or 3 for real. Talents in the league.
Pair him with Ackland, him and Ackland on both sides.
Yeah, little Ack. Yeah, Ack cold too. And I feel like they got Darwin still. Darwin Adams, Darvin. So. I mean, still he a good veteran leader too, man.
Man, we completely forgot because the CFL free agency feels like it was so long ago. It happened so fast.
I know.
But Kenny Lawler went back to Winnipeg too.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
go ahead. Go ahead, Didi.
Go ahead, Didi.
No, I was gonna say that's interesting because I was gonna say Edmonton, at least offensively, looks nice on paper, right? But the thing about Edmonton is a lot of people go there for 1 year, just like Lawler did, and then they end up getting right back up out of there. So
they got Gino and Dunbar.
Yep. That's a nice. That's
They're
a
gonna
nice
have to
duo
try
right
and spread that ball around.
Who the QB?
Cornelius.
I
I
like
think he's
he a dog.
decent.
No, he
Yeah.
tough, bro. He tough, bro. You gotta protect him though. He be getting beat up, bro.
Yeah.
And he be throwing his body around.
Hey,
He can run
man.
though for how
He
big he is.
can,
Like,
he can,
tall,
but
yeah.
you can't take them hits, bro.
Nah,
never.
especially
Can't
the
take them
18
hits.
game season.
Nah,
He was getting
bro.
hit too much last
Too
year.
much, bro. Like,
But,
it ain't worth it, bro.
Yeah, no. Oh, and we forgot to mention Duke to Hamilton. You know, Bo likes big receivers, so I think him and Duke, and then they got Tim White over there. Those
I
guys,
like Tim White, boy.
yeah, they're gonna
Nice.
like playing with Bo, and they also got James Butler from BC.
Yeah, the East is gonna be interesting.
It is, bro. It is. And okay. They got Fajardo, right? Montreal.
Yeah, and Ellingson.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're gonna be the people looking in when they come down to it.
I think so.
That like I'm going. I ain't no particular order, but my top three: Toronto, Hamilton, Ottawa, and I think Montreal probably gonna be like that one team out.
What about out west? No offense over here. It's all good.
Nah, I don't care about y'all. But nah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't see Calgary. That's what I'm saying. I don't see Calgary being down for that long. You know, Huff did him and Dickey. They all got something in the tuck, bro.
But Dickey's the GM now.
I mean,
and the head coach. He got
Huff. He speed down Huff. Like, let's not get it twisted. But now, I like Calgary, Winnipeg, BC. I'm sorry, Bug.
Nah, you're sleeping on Sass.
I know I'm asleep, but y'all gotta show me, bro. Y'all gotta show me.
BC had a quiet offseason.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I like Dame, man. I like Evans, and I like who else they got over there. It's another quarterback, Vernon. Exactly, bro. I like them. I like that too. They're gonna thug it out in camp and see who
they signed Rhymes
as number one. Like I like him, bro. He a dog. He'll go up and get it.
There's a lot of good players in the CFL.
Facts. So,
nah. I'm a fan of, but Didi, the quarterback situation in Toronto.
Yeah,
I personally feel like Chad is misunderstood. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he has a past of being in the media and stuff, but the dude was working out like damn near right after the Grey Cup, right? Mm-hmm. He came in and he basically set us up to win. And I feel like people aren't noticing the amount of work he's putting in. And what they also don't know, because this is what I took his confidence as like him being cocky or arrogant when he first got there. But the dude's like, there's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. Right. I watched a little bit of his Barstool interview. And there's been some articles that came out that said, oh, he feels like he's on a shit deal, or, he wants to go back to the NFL. I mean, that's what most
who don't want to go back to.
That's what most American guys come to CFL for, tape to go back to the NFL. How can you be upset with him for that?
Right.
And the same people that are calling for him to be released, or saying that he doesn't deserve to play in the league, are the same people that when they had McLeod Bethel Thompson playing last year were calling for Chad Kelly to come in and play.
Right.
So what do you want? Do you want confident Chad that is going to be in the media more? Or do you want McLeod Bethel Thompson that is going to manage the game and is going to do everything right? Not saying that Chad doesn't, because I enjoyed playing with Chad in the Montreal game. He's just a playmaker, but he's going to take chances. That's his style. So, like, what do you want? You don't want the confident quarterback that is unproven, or I don't think Mac's coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, he's not. And I think, like you said, I think Chad gets a bad rap because Chad always speaks his mind. It doesn't matter where he is, like what the situation is. He's always going to say what he's thinking at that time. And there's been plenty of times where Chad has gotten into it with people around him on the team. Like even myself, like I had to check Chad one time, but like I had to grow with Chad and understand that like he's just a winner. Like he's coming from a good place. Like he's trying to do the right thing by like just communicating. Mm-hmm. But I mean, just I think he has a lot of Bo Levi in him as far as confidence and like I'm a playmaker. I'm gonna throw this up. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to make this single play right here work. And a lot of times that can catapult your team to a Grey Cup, and sometimes it's the opposite. It's the worst thing that could happen. But I think Chad rides that line of like believing in myself so much that I'm just gonna do me, and that's what I appreciate about him. And I'm excited to see what he can pull out this year. And you've seen it last year. Anytime that he got in the game, it was like good things were happening. You know what I mean? Like you top 10, you got Moss's Chad. That's from Chad.
Yeah,
you know what I
you
mean?
said I'm gonna just throw it up.
I'm gonna just throw it up to JB and see what happened. Look what happened. Sports Center. You know what I mean? It's something that you have to get used to. I think the fans they're looking for the first thing to like make them mad at all times. But like Chad he's dialed in. He works harder than any quarterback that I've ever seen. And I
Polo and everything.
I think he has a promising career for sure.
What's your thoughts from the outside looking in, Cam?
I mean, like I said, I love Chad because he threw you the ball on that, bro. So I'm not really familiar with his personality and things of that nature. But yeah, I mean, I would say some advice. Maybe you got to learn your locker room. Understand this is your locker room. So some guys may not take that, rah rah rah. Other guys may just want to, chill, come to them outside of everybody or whatever. And just learn your locker room. That's the biggest thing I would say to him. And hey man, keep doing you. Keep that confidence, keep that swagger, and go get you another chip, man. But those same fans also criticize Rourke for going to Jacksonville Jaguars.
Like what?
Like, what are you talking about? You should want a Canadian to go down to the league and thrive and dominate. Like, what are you talking about?
You should want everybody in the CFL to go down and get paid and bring light to the CFL. Like, you should want that stuff.
That's just going to bring more light into the Canadian players that's in university coming up. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, CFL fans, I love you, but sometimes you got to put on your thinking cap, my people.
It's okay for guys to leave. Like it's
okay. They'll be back. They will be back.
Doug Flutie still comes back to do appearances. Jeff Garcia.
They're not gonna leave you. They're gonna give you a hug, buddy. It's okay. They're gonna give
we
you. We
love the CFL. We love the CFL, and that's what it comes down to. And even in that interview, Chad gave love to the CFL. He said it's a great game, and if he has the opportunity to make more money, he will stay.
Facts.
I don't see a problem in that.
If you work in a regular job and you get a promotion to the, some other job call you and, hey man, we're gonna give you $1 million.
He on a rookie contract?
Kind of.
Man, Chad, you good, bro?
Incentivized contract.
Chad, you good, bro? You good, bro? Come on, man. Don't listen to nobody, bro. You good?
Because Mac was one of the highest. Like he's probably one of the best quarterbacks in Toronto Argos history, and they still were trying to replace him for stuff that wasn't even in his control. So, but that's all I really got. You guys got anything else?
No. Shout out to Mac, man. Mac in the USFL playing for the. I don't know what team he played for.
New Orleans, right?
Birmingham. I think it's Birmingham.
No,
Birmingham?
New Orleans Breakers?
Yeah, New Orleans. He down New Orleans. Yeah. They season about to start up. I got a couple homies in the USFL that's starting out. Brandon Bridge, Wes Saxton, Braden Bowman. Y'all do y'all thing, man.
Brandon Bridge.
Not Brandon. No, did I say Brandon Bridge?
Yeah,
Brandon Bones. My bad.
Officer.
Brandon Bones. Brandon Bones.
Brandon Bridge pulled me over the other day.
Did he really?
Nah, I'm playing.
Oh, I was gonna say we gotta get him on the podcast.
No, we do. We need a great relationship with those Toronto Police Department. Shout out y'all.
No, but this was fun, man. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the fans that have followed us, subscribed, tuned in. We're building fast. Athlete Nation is growing. Is that what we're going to call it? Athlete Nation?
Might as well. It's
Athlete
okay.
Nation.
Might as well do it. But thank you all for tuning in to another episode. Peace.
I should be the Cam Hive. My people should be the Cam Hive.
The Cam Hive it is.
The Beehive, Cam Hive.
All right. That's a thing now.
Everything to the turn gets my